Hey everyone, today we're going to be repotting all of my 4-inch Paphiopedilums and I think just one of my 2-inch ones. They have been needing repotting for such a long time and I'm finally barely getting to it. These are all the beautiful orchids that I will be repotting. Only one of them have I ever repotted before, and it is this one. This is the first Paph that I've ever gotten, and I love the mix I made for it, so that is the mix that we're going to be replicating today. To make sure that the mix is similar, because it's been years since I repotted it, we're gonna just check out how this mix is looking compared to all the others first. So here we go, just pouring it out. Make sure we keep all of the labels together. Oh, first thing I see is that we're looking incredibly dry, but this is the mix, which I do like. Lately I haven't been watering as much as I should be, which is a huge issue. So we're gonna fix that issue today. We're gonna make this maybe a little more water retentive. And yeah, I've got a bunch of roots to cut away. This is looking pretty bad, and all of mine are gonna look like this because this summer has been very hot and I have not been keeping on top of it at all. You can see though, there is a little baby growing in, which is good, but we'll put this aside and we can take a closer look at this mix. So there is, might be perlite. Yes, this is perlite. There are small orchid chips and leca balls. So I think I'm just gonna pick out the leca balls so we can reuse them and everything else will be trash. And since that's the only one that I myself repotted, I don't think any of the rest of the orchids are gonna have any mix that I wanna save. So we're just gonna dump it all back into this container and throw everything away. For a lot of these orchids, I did put some sphagnum moss at the top because the new roots weren't growing in on the new growths. From my understanding, since Paphiopedilums are terrestrial orchids, when their roots touch dry air, they will die back and they won't continue growing. In my experience, that does seem to be true. So the sphagnum moss around the base would encourage roots to grow out since it would be kept moist at all times. Yeah, this is just not looking good for any of my poor little plants. So many dead roots and everything. Right now, I'm just mainly getting rid of the roots that fall off right away and all the dead leaves. Just pretty much doing everything quickly and easily. Not very detailed because I'm gonna get into that later. And this plant did have mealybugs at one point, so it is looking, all of these are looking pretty bad, honestly. Okay, next plant. This one so far looks like it's the healthiest, which is not so impressive. Wow, this one is extremely dry. Maybe I'll soak them all in water and we'll see if that helps. This whole entire top I can keep. Look, this is why I put it new root growth in there. Okay, I'm gonna clean this up and then we'll continue. I cleaned up all the plants, so now we're gonna be making the mix for them. This is gonna be all the leca that I used for the entire mix, like all, I think there's 6 orchids. So for all of them, this is all the leca I'm gonna use. And I'm gonna be using a lot more sphagnum moss to keep it moist because as you can see, there's a lot of drying out in there. This is just moss that I have that is made smaller, it was cut or something. So this is like the leftovers that are small instead of the long fibers. If I didn't have these, I would probably have to cut some sphagnum moss, but these always inevitably end up in your moss mixture, so I don't like wasting the long fibers to cut them up. So we're just gonna use this. And I'm putting in the rock that I saved. I don't know where to buy this, otherwise I would buy a new one. Let's mix this up. So now I'm gonna add in some orchid bark. So we just mix this up. I think it's looking pretty good. I have this old mix, so I'm just gonna add this in too. Very chunky, but I think I want to add more sphagnum moss. So here's the mix. I'm gonna have to try and get an equal scoop of everything with every pot, but I love this mix. I think it looks great, and I think this is really gonna help my orchids come back to life. So now we can get to potting. I bought these pots online specifically for these orchids. They're 4-inch. They're kind of a weird size, to be honest, but they're clear. They have drainage holes, and this is what I want for my orchids. One came broken though, so they're very cheap feeling, and I wouldn't really recommend them, but I already bought them, so I'm gonna use them. So I'm starting with this Ho Chi Minh. It looks terrible. Thankfully, it has this new growth that will put out some new roots. Like I said, this got mealybugs, so it really went through a lot. My camera died after repotting this orchid, so unfortunately this is the only footage that you'll get, and I was feeling so discouraged because the roots on all the other orchids were equally as bad as this one. I was just feeling really down, so I just repotted them without filming it. Luckily, when Paphiopedilums grow, they have new offshoots, and those new offshoots put out their own new roots, so I wasn't really worried that any of them would die, but it was just really sad to see how much I let these poor little orchids dry out. A lot of the roots were desiccated, and I'm just glad that I repotted them, and now they are doing so fantastic. Here they are, and this is 4 entire months after repotting, so it did take a while for me to be able to see the roots, so we can see these roots that are on the outside of the pot where it's clear and we can actually visibly see them. There's probably more roots on the inner parts, but I really wanted to make a point that you guys be able to see these healthy roots, because you can see this is an example of the old desiccated roots, and it does not look nearly as fuzzy or nicely colored as the brand new roots that came out. And right here I'm trying to show you a tiny little root at the bottom. It's just a little growth tip, so that definitely came from the center and it made its way to the outer area. And these you can see came from the center and they made their way to the outer area. I love seeing those white tips because that means they're still growing. And the most exciting part is that 2 flowers actually bloom. They're in full bloom right now. 4 months after repotting them, they are in full bloom. So they obviously really needed this repotting, and I'm so glad that I did it. You can really tell these orchids are so much happier. Not only that, but I'm watering more often, and they're just living their best lives at the moment. Almost immediately after repotting them, I saw flower spikes start to come in. So it just really lifted my spirits after that kind of sad repotting. But that's all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!